Jai Gurudev everyone. Today I am going to take you through a special chapter from a beautiful book, God Loves Fun. Chapter 7, Being a Fool. Somebody who is not doing what the crowd does, what society does. Somebody who goes his special way, you call him a crazy fool. No one wants to be a fool. We resist being fools. Who would like to be a fool? All effort in life, in society, in education is put into trying to be wise, trying not to be a fool, isn't it? That means just being one among the crowd, just flowing with the crowd. If somebody raises his hand, you also raise your hand. You do not know what that hand was raised for. There is something which you call social laughter. People laugh whether they understand the joke or not. They simply laugh. If you do not laugh, people will think you are a fool or you are dull. So you laugh. When a joke is told, it's said, the Englishman laughs twice. He laughs once for the social custom and the second time at night when he understands the joke. But a German laughs only once because he will never understand the joke. Somebody from Israel never laughs because he does not know what a joke is. The day fools disappear from this world, all your entertainment will be gone. Your TV stations will have to be closed down. Fools are the greatest source of entertainment in the world. They do something special and you laugh. Is the I Love Lucy show on television here? They do funny and crazy things and you laugh. But if you saw someone really acting like that around you, somewhere in the house or in the town or in the neighborhood, you would get mad at them. Fools make you laugh. Fools keep you happy. Fools are very essential. God is bored with wise people. He likes fools. He loves fools. Even the job of God is very foolish. Why does He make leaves fall every autumn? He does it over and over again. The tree is tired shedding all the leaves, becoming dry and growing new leaves season after season again and again. The Creator is a bad economist. He wastes things. People are born and they all die. And they spend 30 to 40 years studying. Einstein studied all his life. He became so wise. If God would have granted him another 100 years, he could have accomplished even more. God does not seem to understand it. He brings even more children into the world. It is bad economics, isn't it? Creation is continuing. There is no aim. There is no purpose. When somebody does something aimlessly, without any meaning, without any purpose, you call them a fool. We want to find a reason for everything, a purpose for everything. We want to analyze and understand everything. People even try to understand their dreams. What is the use? Whatever dream you have had, so what? Whether you are sitting on horseback or on top of train in your dream, whether you see a crow or a duck or a pigeon or swan or a mouse or a cat in your dream, what does it matter? Why do you waste so much time interpreting dreams, understanding dreams, trying to know something about dreams? We call ourselves wise because we want to understand everything. We want to do something only if we get something out of it. Fools are people who do something and do not get anything out of it. Their foolish acts, even those you can interpret as having meaning and purpose, are done without any purpose or meaning. Since childhood, we have been told, do not be a fool. What is wrong with being a fool? What is wrong with standing alone, apart from the crowd? Let the crowd behave as it wants to. I stand apart from it. I will act in my way. God is not a communist. If God would have been a communist, He would have made every place on earth look the same. There would not have been any mountains. It would have been flat like a desert. Everything would have been the same. Yet, the world is not so. The world is full of variety. There are many kinds of people lying on this planet. No two people have the same nose. Even two fingerprints do not match. There is so much variety and such uniqueness. A fool is somebody who does something very unique, which is not accepted by others. All entertainment, including games, are foolish acts. Just think if a person from another planet, maybe Mars, come here and sees a huge crowd watching two teams fighting for a ball to put into a basket. It would appear absolutely hilarious. One ball in the middle and the two teams pushing it this way and that way. Why all this trouble? Why don't they just take the ball and put it in the basket? What difference does it make whether they put it in this basket or that basket? It is so foolish. Playing soccer, playing basketball. For hours together, a crowd of people sits there howling and yelling and clapping. You should see the whole drama. There is really nothing in it. In cricket, somebody throws a ball, another person hits it, and what do you get for hitting a ball? George Bernard Shaw once said, "Cricket is a game played by 11 fools and watched by 11,000 fools." It is true. All games are foolish acts. A game is a game because it is foolish. If you find meaning, purpose, aim, and competition, you destroy the whole game. If you are not foolish in your life, if possible all the time, if not possible at least sometime, you miss your life. You miss the joy in life. If somebody calls you a fool, how do you act? Your eyes become red. You start grinding your teeth. However, it is a great compliment. You should wait for such a compliment because it is very difficult to get. People may feel you are a fool and often do not say to you. If some people with great courage come and tell you that you are a fool, you should feel happy. The greatest problem for us is being a fool. We try not to be fools. All our life we resist and fear arises in us. A fool is one who acts with freedom and who has all the freedom. That is how he could be a fool. If somebody has not experienced freedom, he cannot be a fool. Freedom is behind every fool. God loves you being a fool. He does not love wise men so much. He is bored of their theses and philosophies. He is terribly bored by all the books written about him. Make your whole life a game. A game means there is no purpose. There is nothing. Just take it lightly, easily. Play the game. That is worship. That is celebration. There is nothing that you do that will please God. There is nothing that you will do that will displease God. He is not waiting for you to make a mistake so that he can take his staff and punish you. Do not paint such a cruel picture of God as someone who is judging you to punish you if you do this or that. You can never do anything if he does not want you to do it. It is impossible. Wow, great. The very fact that he has allowed you so much freedom to do anything you like means do not take anything seriously. It is all a game. It's all like a dream. Whatever has happened till today, till this moment in your life is like a dream. You cried, laughed, shouted and got angry at somebody, threw the dishes all over your floor, made all sorts of drama, banged your head or somebody else's head against the wall, yelled at someone or made somebody yell at you. For God, it is all fun and just a game. He is watching. See the impermanence in this life. That is the truth. Turn back and see that all that you did is like a dream. Whatever you do in the future, you may become the mayor of the town, or you may rise to the highest position, or you may have a lot of wealth. So what? You have cried and wept, got angry and agitated. So what? All has passed. The whole thing has finished. This very moment, like this, tomorrow will pass. Whether pleasant or unpleasant, it will pass. Now and then, a pinch of unpleasantness comes into our lives. Do you know why? It makes you aware of your pleasantness. Suppose you never had unpleasant moments in life, you would never have pleasant ones either. You would not know what pleasantness is. You would become like a stone. In order to keep you alive now and then, here and there, nature gives you a little pinch. It makes life more lively. Accept it. God does the same thing to you. Now and then, He gives you a pinch. Then you start weeping. But just turn back and see. Tell me very honestly, every time you had difficulty, were you taken out of the difficulty or not? Anytime you had the same problem, you got a helping hand. You were picked up. There are stories of people who were drowning in the river where there was nobody around. They do not know how, but they were saved. I do not mean that you should jump into the ocean and see whether somebody saves you. I tell you, you do not have to be afraid in life. There is always support. Every pinch that you are experiencing in life is for the best, to make your life more lively and enjoyable. You see, there is no purpose in life. Otherwise, why are people born and why go through all that when they are going to die one day? Is this life? Are you born just to pay your bills? If you are born just to pay your electricity and phone bills, taxes, life is not worth living. You work so hard day and night and wait for Friday to come. The whole week is spent working madly, coming home tired, eating, going to bed, and the next day the same routine. Weekends have become another routine. A change from the regular routine, that is all. The same gossip, the same sitting around, drinking, the same movies and the same type of conversation. If you are awake, then you see there is so much foolishness. Just watch when 4 or 5 people get together and talk or have a gossip session. In a gossip session, you can immediately change the topic of conversation. This is the thing with a crowd. Suppose 10 people are talking about the weather and you change the topic to stock markets, everybody will immediately start talking about stock markets, whether they know about them or not. And then from stock markets, you change to health food. They will not have completed the previous topic, but will jump to this topic. It is great fun. Being aware of this impermanent nature of our life and the changing nature of happenings, you find that there is something in you that has not changed. There is a reference point by which you can say things are changing. Getting onto that reference point, that is the being. That is the source of life. That is wisdom. A wise man is a fool. All wise men were called fools. Galileo was called a fool when he said the earth was moving around the sun. A fool is one who is relaxed, who is free, who is happy. He is not bothered about what he gains, whether material or spiritual or whatever. What you have done with all that you have gained? Where has it led you? Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. By your doing, you are not pleasing or displeasing God. There is a saying in Sanskrit, "My original home is in heaven. I come here to rest. I have come to the world to rest and play, to watch and to see what is happening here. In this world, you just be aware and alert and watch everything that is happening around you. It is great fun. This is place of entertainment. You have experienced the same patterns in your life in the past and you see the same thing repeating over and over again with X, Y or Z. Coming out of this pattern in our life, this is awareness. Be aware of the pattern first of all and then just take a jump. Be foolish. Agree to be a fool. Okay, I shall be a fool. Okay, I will jump. Then there is infinite freedom in life. Even your spiritual practices should not be a big heavy load on your head. Your spiritual practices should be something which are done with a sense of freedom. Spiritual practices begin with love. When there is love, it is not an obligation. It is not something you must do, like you must go to church and pray every Sunday. It is not a must. It is the juice in your life. The way of your life is prayer. Your very being becomes a prayer. Your walking becomes a prayer. Your work becomes a prayer. Anything you look at with gratitude in your heart becomes a prayer. Stand near the ocean and look at the vastness, the depth and all the huge waves rising in it. Something happens deep in your heart. That is prayer. If autumn is approaching, just walk around and see all the colorful trees and all the colors in the world. Feel this blessing and be grateful in your heart. That very moment, prayer has arisen in you. Jai Gurudev.